Hi, day 24. Today we're going to talk about collections. And I'm just looking for an interesting place to do that. Collections tell you a lot about the person who's collecting things. In fact, that's one of the questions I ask when I do an interview with someone. When we're starting to work together, they do a personal visit rather than a group consultation with me, finding out all of the little quirks about them and such. And usually, like, people are weird, let's face it, and they all have their little weird obsessions. Some people collect books, some people collect jewelry, some people collect cats, some people collect plants, and some it goes on and on and on. But what happens when people find out that you are collecting whatever? That's what you end up getting. You get more and more and more, and things that are very easy to accessible. For example, cats come in cards. They come with flowers. They come with costumes. They come with stuffed or glass or leather, or, but they're in all forms. You'll get inundated with cats. And one of our friends from years back, somebody gave them a sheep, and it was fuzzy sheep. It sat on their coffee table. When you turned it over, it went bah. And so that was cute. So everybody that came to their house decided that they were collecting sheep. And within a couple of years, every birthday, Christmas, you name it, they were inundated with sheep, and they didn't even articulate that. Myself, I like giraffes. I have since way back. And in high school, I made a huge 4-foot giraffe out of paper mache at my sculpture class, and fiberglassed it and carried it with me for over 20 years. It just seemed to be the thing to do, and we had to say goodbye at some point. But anyway, people know I like giraffes, and thank goodness, being in Canada, there's not an overabundance of giraffes. So that's really good. But what I did pick up, this is one of my favorites. You can't even see his head. I picked him up at the Pier 1 time, and he stands over me at my desk and protects me. He's the overseer. And I have another one my son gave me, was leather. It's about half that size, and it's at the top of the stairwell. And so there are places for some of these collections. Now, I don't usually wear animals on my ears, but some people do. And you may find in some of little bits and pieces, elephants. We did go to Africa at one point for our honeymoon. We went through Tanzania and Zanzibar and picked up some really good carved giraffes. And I've got some little brass things around, but it's not really an obsession. It's just an interest, and I seem to connect with them. But we have another friend who collects lions. And if you know our friend that collects lions, he has, little weeny ones. He's got metal ones, glass ones, wooden ones, you name it. And he's now bought curio shelves, the glass ones with the little doors, to house his entire collection. And it's continuing to get bigger and bigger, as well as prints on the walls and everything else. He loves it. So you know what? Everybody brings him a lion when they find one. So that's funny. But I do want to say, just be careful. And it's not that you're quirky or there's something wrong. It just means there's an interest and there's a connection. I want to tell you a story. Years and years ago, gosh, I was probably 20-ish, early 20s, in traveling. And I can't remember where I was going or whatever, but I had a very interesting conversation with this lady that was traveling. Wasn't a friend of mine, but a companion. We just happened to be going to the same conference. And I said I liked her watch. And she said to me, "Oh, I collect watches." And I thought, really? You can do that? And so she went on to say whatever the connection was and tell me a little bit more about her watch. And I looked at mine, and it was pretty basic, had a black leather strap on it. And I thought, okay, that's pretty practical, Kath. You get one watch and you wear it, till you die, because that's what I was trained with my parents, is that you don't need any more. And I went out and bought myself another watch. And then I bought myself another watch again on a holiday. And so, interesting enough, years go by, and I just happened to have this watch on with the power shells that I'd bought somewhere in Mexico, I think. And just happened to have this watch on when I met my future husband. I met this interesting guy, said hello, we got a nod, and he came right over. His first question was, Kath, where did you get the watch? Tell me about your watch. I thought that was pretty funny. So magic can happen. So look, I'm wearing a shirt today, making magic happen. And so don't underestimate these things. Talk to people, find out their interests and how it's working for them. And by the way, I don't collect watches. I do collect more earrings these days. Just because I've got longer hair, I can wear longer earrings. So that's fun. But I also collect bracelets. And I brought this here. I've got this little earring tree full of bracelets. But you know what happens is, it's hard to wear them in the winter time because they get caught up in the sweaters and the coats and the gloves, and they break or they just fall off, and that's really unfortunate. So I'm just admiring them right now and waiting for the warmer weather, and you'll see me wearing bracelets again. Anyways, whatever your passion is, there's nothing wrong with you. Embrace it, make it work for you, and if you've got stuff to toss or sell, call it anyway. Let it go, because you're leaving a legacy behind. Who's going to wear those bracelets when I move on? Interesting. Have a great day, and I'll see you very, very soon. Tomorrow is a very special day.